Hey guys, so I want to let you guys know I'm not dead, and I've got 4 general topics to cover: anime, games, hardware, and web stuff. I'm going to try to fit all of that into 10 minutes, so here we go. Anime, that'll be nice and quick. I watched episode 200 of Bleach tonight. It kicked ass. Bleach kicks ass. There we go. I'm up to... Bleach is the only ongoing series I watch. I only watch series that are complete, or at least I think are complete. Slayers, I'm up to episode 37. I like the whole fantasy genre, so that's the only reason why I'm tolerating 1980s/1990s horrible style animation. And yes, it's dubbed, but it's one of the very few shows where it's dubbed, but I actually am enjoying it. One of the reasons why I hate dubbed anime is when you have Japanese girls who look Japanese, who are Japanese, who living in Japan, who have never left Japan, and have a Southern American girl accent. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the Southern American girl accent. I think it's one of the sexiest accents. But it doesn't work when you apply it to anime. Unless the girl is actually from the southern portion of the United States, it doesn't work. Games. Okay, so I started playing Oblivion again. I'm actually quite far into the main storyline where the Bruma Mage's Guild gets blown up, which kind of sucked because I wanted to get some kind of skill up or something. I don't remember. But I've been putting it off because I really want to save most of it for my upgrade in February. And we'll get to hardware in a minute or two. So I gave my friend Steve my 19-inch LCD because it'll work for him. I mean, it was driving me nuts as a mainstream, but I just gave it to him, and he's gotten me a few games. 2 notable games he's hooked me up with is Stalker: Shadow of Chernobyl and Team Fortress 2. Now, before you guys jump on me, I'm not a huge shooter fan. I love shooters, don't get me wrong, but I'm more into strategy, much more into, like, for example, turn-based strategy like Heroes of Might and Magic 3. I'm also a big, huge fan of Blizzard games, but more of the co-op stuff. Anyway, Team Fortress 2, I have a lot more fun when there's a lot of people in the game. Usually when there are fewer people, the difference in skills starts making a big difference. I'm not really that great in shooters. I mean, if there's like 12 people, I will be like in maybe 5th or 6th place, roughly. As far as first being the best, whatnot. So Team Fortress 2 is awesome. I like playing I'm most effective at playing the heavy. It's a kind of game where you have to really know the controls and whatnot. But I do best doing the heavy, which I'm more of the. I'd rather move quickly throughout any game and have that ability to just move. Physically moving is quickly in the game is important to me. So it's like where I'm like, okay, I'm really good at something that it's not really my thing, but But I do like the game. And a Black Irishman? What the hell was that? Freaking okay. So anyway, Stalker. Now here's again something where it's a little odd because I like sci-fi, but I'm not really a big I think sci-fi. I think ships blowing up other ships in outer space, not ships blowing up other ships but on a planet's surface, or like 4 years into the future. I think sci-fi, ships blowing up other ships, and maybe ships blowing up at least a planet or two before the end of the movie. That's what I think sci-fi is. Now, I know some of you may disagree, whatever. But Stalker kind of pushes into the paranormal. And I like Stalker. It's interesting. It doesn't grab my attention like, say, Diablo 3 is right now. I know it's not out yet, but, However, I'm not a big fan of paranormal. In fact, I can't stand paranormal in general because we're all gonna die, but you can't explain it. There's no way in hell you can explain anything in a paranormal story. But you're all totally screwed anyway. Okay, that's called lack of creativity. Alright? Make something up, explain it, but don't go like into asinine details, okay? Whatever. Okay, so anyway, Stalker is a near-term sci-fi, kind of paranormal, but without sickeningly paranormal, so that I can actually enjoy it. I played it all night last night. Thank you, Steve, for hooking me up with that. But again, I do more work than I do games. And you guys got to remember, I'm not living in Florida. I'm stranded in Florida. And the reason why the temperatures in my system are asinine is because I live in an asinine environment. Okay, it's the middle of it's December 26th now at 2 o'clock in the morning, or 2:10, okay, Eastern time, and it's warm. I'm physically warm at 2 o'clock in the morning in the middle of winter. Okay, so basically when the temperature goes down in the evening, the night, which I try to end up actually staying up all night instead, the humidity goes up because the moisture isn't held that great in cooler air versus hotter air. So no matter what, it is a good chance that I am perspirating unless I have a fan directly on me or sucking air into the window, blah blah blah. Plus you got the whole, there's a high pressure system that's usually in the North Atlantic. That pushes the air moving east to west. My neighbor to my east smokes on a regular basis, so I actually have to turn off the fan, close the window, etc. So it doesn't work out nice. So Florida is a very miserable. I could make a whole video just explaining why Florida sucks. It sucks. One of my vows in life is, if I will die in a week, I will start physically walking toward Georgia just so I don't die in this horrible state. I hate Florida. Don't come here if you value your sanity, and don't come here if the idea of perspirating every 5 seconds of your life isn't appealing. So anyway, I love the snow, by the way, and I would kill to shovel snow for 3 months in New England to enjoy normal temperatures the rest of the year. 96 degrees directly in the heat, in the sun, that is, in the middle of December. You guys like, why your system's temperatures are so high? Well, there you go. Okay, hardware. Okay, AM3 is coming out in February. If you have an AM2 Plus motherboard, you can drop in an AM3 CPU. Now, here's my thing. I'm big on cache. I want to get the slowest chip with the most cache. At least that's my goal. And apparently there are only 4 quad cores coming out. So I'm like, because I don't know where my budget is. So, because I'm going to be selling this system with the SLI. It's actually a replacement board for the SLI to my friend Steve, and I get $300 out of him for that. And then I have another socket 939, an AGP system, which I'm currently lending to him. And I'm hoping that one of my computer clients will, instead of going out and spending $1,000 on a new system, I could just sell them that system for like $300. Basically just the board, the CPU, the heatsink of course, and the memory. And then, boom, I'm completely gotten rid of 939. It's great. I mean, it does everything I need. It does almost everything I want. It does, the thing is that Oblivion, especially with this 24-inch screen now with the 1920 by 1200, it doesn't quite do it for me. And I'm only using the 180-800 GT right now. Okay, well, I'm gonna just record another video. So I'm gonna say this is part 1 and go to part 2. So I will continue the hardware goodie stuff and get into the web stuff in part 2. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you over in the second video.